Do You Know Me has been such a fun, surprising delight when it comes to one hangout, one game played amongst friends, which has turned into four separate videos for the month. And I mean, one of them isn't even the game itself, it's just a tangent conversation where we went off in a different direction but then veered back. I won part one of Do You Know Me? Josiah won part two of Do You Know Me? While I have not yet done the math on who got the most correct answers in part three, it would be funny if Brandon does come away with the win in the end. But after the open rolls, we'll find out who knows who.
All right. Has Brandon been to the movie theater in the past month?
Month.
Okay, this is.
I'm gonna say no, just because I don't think there's been anything he's really wanted to see in theaters.
I'm trying to think. What came out?
Oh, I
Okay,
just thought of something.
there's something that I want to see in theaters, but does Brandon want to see it? Now, here's why I want to see it. So when we took our nephew to see Super Mario,
I forgot about that movie.
he was alive. He was excited, ecstatic, right? And his brother, who really couldn't care less, was engaged.
Engaged.
So that, because like he's not, Mario's not his thing, right? But he's like,
Okay.
oh, pretty pictures.
He's a Sonic kid, I
You know.
understand. Yeah.
But the question is that something that would motivate Brandon to go to theaters?
And spend money.
Yes. Because I know Brandon is a movie fan.
True.
But also, I know that Brandon's tastes tend to be more, I'm going to say extreme, or
It's an interesting way to put that.
Oh, you're right.
experimental, not so
Eclectic.
Eclectic.
not so cookie cutter
Not as cookie cutters
as
as
a
traditional moviegoer.
as a Super Mario might be.
Mm.
And again, as we said earlier, he's a busy fellow. So I'm going to say that in the last 30 days, you have not had the opportunity to go to the movie theater.
Correct. I think the last movie that I went to the theater was actually probably Superman.
Okay,
Superman,
yeah, I'm
yeah.
with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that
Not
means
a bad one.
is that also the last movie we saw?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
No,
Lilo and Stitch, or is that before?
that was before.
Superman came out after.
After. Okay, yeah, Superman's also the last movie we saw in theaters.
Yeah. Hey, it was a great movie. So
Yeah,
How
yeah,
about-
not even-
excellent movie, yeah.
Yeah.
How about
Are you-
I'm excited for Supergirl.
I was about to
Yeah.
ask. Are
Oh
you,
yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Supergirl. Really excited about that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I
did you guys see the trailer?
Mhm.
Okay,
I watched the first one, not the second one.
I got you.
So my thing is this: it comes out the same weekend as Spider-Man, correct?
Yeah.
Oh,
And while I like not Tom Hardy,
Tom Holland.
thank you, Tom Holland.
You can just say Zendaya's husband.
Yeah.
That's what everybody else does.
That's good. That's good. I just have a greater,
Appreciation.
I don't know, excitement level for Supergirl, which
Yeah.
is surprising to me. But I guess it shouldn't be. given
I'm about to
my
say.
love for DC.
I've always been a Spider-Man guy, so I'm more excited for Spider-Man. But I'm also extremely. I might double feature.
Dude, it's been too long since I did that. You let me know when you're doing it. I might come with.
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
Because
I'm
how
down.
Superman ended, I was like, yeah, that makes me excited.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm like, they did an excellent job of making me care about a universe I haven't cared about in a decade.
Yeah. And they got Lobo in there.
Yeah.
Man, listen.
Jason
The
Momoa.
main man.
Yeah. I was like, perfect casting.
Perfect
They just
casting.
Switch over him from Aquaman.
About to say, he
I'm
didn't
telling
need
you,
to
just
be
make
out.
Orm Arthur, and I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Because that guy did good work.
Oh man.
Okay.
What we got?
Has Oz ever had mono?
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm gonna say yes. I think he has that mono.
I'm gonna say no, just to be different.
Are you sure you wouldn't like to change
Switch
your-
that over.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. I thought we all knew this story, but in case that it hasn't come up before.
Okay.
When I landed at Fort Irwin,
I knew it.
California, from Wheeler Army Airfield in Hawaii, I told Sergeant Galloway, I said, I don't feel well. And he said, you just don't want to be here. I said, I'm not arguing that point.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, it is an accurate statement. I don't want to be here for this stupid hot desert training. I'm telling you something's wrong. And he said, oh, just drink water. You'll be fine.
That's military 101.
So 3 days passed. So 3 days passed, and I tell Sergeant Galloway, I said, I don't feel well. He's like, go talk to the medics. He's like, if you want to keep complaining. So I go talk to the medics, and they said, oh, you're probably just dehydrated. It's a desert climate. We'll give you an IV. So I take the IV. They said, yeah, you go back to work. So I go back to work. A few more days pass. I'm like, Sergeant Galloway, I don't feel well. And he's like, oh, are you still doing this? I'm like, I'm telling you something's wrong. He's like, go see the medics. So I go see the medics, and they're like, what are you doing back here? I'm like, something's wrong. They're like, we'll give you an IV. So give me another IV. I see you took the IV. That's your problem. So 2 more days pass. Now I'm losing all my complexion. I'm losing my voice. Everything's going to crap. I tell Sergeant Galloway, he's like, I think something's wrong with you. I'm like, no. So he said, go see the medics. And so I go in, and the lead medic, he said, this is your 3rd time here this week. And I said, I know.
I'm aware.
He said, we're taking you to the base hospital. I was like, why didn't we do that two trips ago?
You didn't look like you were dying yet.
And so we go. They draw my blood, and they come back and they say, you have bronchitis, strep throat, and mono.
God, Mom!
And so they said, you can't stay here. And I was like, oh, I didn't want to be here to begin with.
Every infectious disease possible.
And so they immediately buy me a ticket to fly back to Hawaii. But when I get to the airport, I'm still in uniform because I was here for training.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything else to wear.
Yeah, no other clothes.
So they put out this announcement. They said, any service members in uniform are being bumped up to 1st class. I don't tell them I'm sick because they tell me not to tell anybody I'm sick.
Uh-huh.
So this is the first, last, and only time I've flown 1st class.
That's amazing.
While I'm on death's door.
Yeah.
So we land in Hawaii. The next day I go to the medical
Hospital.
Yeah, the medic station. They said, here's a note that says you can't do your job until these things are healed up.
Mm-hmm.
So I take it to the boss, and I'm like, I can't do my job. And they said, just sit in the office, and when they're done cooking, you can take stock of all the food. Well, there wasn't that much stocking to do every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just drawing a lot. And the staff sergeant, she comes up to me, she's like, you can't let anybody see that you're drawing this. And I was like, oh, is it bad? She's like, you know these airheads, they're gonna say that's them, and you're gonna get in trouble. She's like, also, why are you doing this with your life instead of what we're doing? Like, clearly you've got talent. I was like, I don't believe in me. She's like, quit that.
That's amazing.
So that was actually the first time. That was the first time I was slapped in the head and told, what are you doing with your life? Second time was in college.
Mm.
I was in this math class, and the professor was super cool, but I didn't care about math.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'll be honest, I didn't really care about college.
Most people.
I only went to college because, so what I did was I went to WWE.com, I printed off the job that I wanted, and I took it to the office. I said, I want this job. They said, okay, we've got a video production degree, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, cool. So if it wasn't shooting, editing, or any other type of production, I really didn't care about the class. And so in this math class, I'm drawing on every test that the teacher gives me. And every time, he's a really cool dude. So he's like, oh, that's so awesome. Are you an art major? I'm like, no. He's like, you probably should be. I was like, oh, well, I'm doing this thing so I can get this job in this wrestling company. He's like, yeah, but every time you turn in a paper, you got a drawing on it. Just do that. And so I was like, I don't really think I'm any good. My dad always told me it was a waste of time. And he's like, all right. And so then the third time was the day that we met up with Jeff to give him the script for Everlasting Survivors. I also roll out 3 11x17 pieces of paper with character designs for Sublime Eye, Dom, and Reese.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, oh, just don't pay me. He's like, you got this. He's like, whatever you don't, I can just walk you through. I was like, what? He's like,
so cool, man.
He's like, oh, you're good. You're good. You got this. He's like, I'll help you. I was like, but I was going to pay you. He's like, I guess you can pay me if you want, but like, you can do this. I was like, I don't believe in me. And so he's like, all right, I'm not going to not take your money. So then he did 50.
Oh, I said, listen, if you're going to force the money in my hand.
So he then did 53 of the 68 pages of Everlasting Survivors. But just today, as we're recording this, Jeff was texting me. He's like, "When's the next Survivor's book coming out, man?" I was like, "It's a good story." I was like, "Well, I mean, I know what the next 2 graphic novels are going to be, so I guess I could finish writing them up." He's like, "You should," and I was like, "I proved that I can draw a book."
Yeah.
Because what started our conversation is he saw the art that was revealed on the channel, and he's like,
Paws and Bluegrass?
yeah.
Okay.
And so that's what he's like, "Oh yeah, that's a good page." And I was like, "Thanks."
Yeah,
So-
also check that out on the channel. I'm excited about this book.
and so we're talking, and yeah, so I don't know. I appreciate people that care,
Yeah.
and I really wish that the younger me was not as dumb and
Well, listen, confidence
self-conscious.
is a hard thing to get, man. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not
Oh yeah.
like some people can do it like just like that and like believe in themselves, and other people.
There's
like,
a Mark Twain quote
It takes time.
that you only need 2 things for success: ignorance and confidence. Yeah.
I'm too smart for my own good.
But yeah, that's the story of me getting mono, or having mono, I guess.
So how long did it take you to heal from the 9 infectious diseases you had
I think
as
I
you're
was,
walking around the food?
I think I was. I mean, I tried to avoid it as best as possible. Anyway, I was back to work in 3 weeks, probably.
Okay, okay, cool.
Someone watching this video is like, now that's how I got mine. Like,
Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam.
It's all Uncle Sam. Legendary. All right, Mr. Super O's, what we got?
All right. Does Josiah have a shower playlist?
I used to have a speaker.
Yeah.
I used to have a speaker that I could Bluetooth my phone to.
Yeah.
Man, I love listening to tunes when I was showering, but
Yeah.
that thing just died. I ain't got a good one. I mean, it was free too.
Yeah, the free speaker's always the best
Yeah.
ones.
What are you thinking?
Because I'm like,
So I've been to your house.
Yeah.
I've been here. I don't remember seeing a speaker, but I'll say this: some technology or some pieces, some
That's
devices
what I was gonna
are
say.
quality. They got some good
yeah,
speakers.
like your
So-
phone's in the
Yeah,
shower.
yeah. Maybe you just get the good one. So, due to my affection for listening, as the rain falls,
As the rain falls.
then I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. You have a playlist. You have a go-to. if you
Yeah,
will.
I'm gonna say you listen to music
Yes.
while you shower.
I do 100%.
Yeah.
There is a speaker specifically that is literally just meant for my bathroom.
I
got
love it.
A speaker in the bathroom for me to listen to music
Perfect.
in the shower.
That is the way.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I feel like everyone should listen to music in the
I'm
shower. It's
telling
just a
you.
good.
Yeah. it's
Like-
good stuff.
That's when you sing your best. Is when the water's hitting you.
Have you ever listened to or watched Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Have you ever watched this?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to listen to that soundtrack all the time.
Yeah. It is a phenomenal soundtrack.
All
I haven't
right.
heard it in a while.
I know-
I might listen to
Nathan
that on-
Fillion.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
know.
pretty good.
Does Brandon shop at thrift stores?
I can see you being thrifty.
I think that there have been times in his life where he had to
I guess my question
make
is,
a way.
yeah, is it if he goes in there one time and buys something, are we counting that as shops at thrift stores?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a religious thing. He's not there every
Just-
week, but I'm
Just a
saying
casual,
Casual.
I'm
going
saying
in general,
when needed.
you know?
What?
Yeah.
because just like with us, right? We were looking for some particular piece of furniture.
Stools. We're looking for bar stools.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, we went to try and save a few dollar
Save a
bills.
buck. Yeah. How about it, sir? Yeah. I'm saying yes. I believe.
I think everybody's got to at some point in their life.
I want at least 1 point.
Okay.
Does it count as books?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
Oh man, my
Like
goodness.
half-time, like yes, half-price books.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
have that. That was the only thing, because if it's like any other stuff, no. But I have like half-price.
Of course,
books.
yeah.
Like,
It doesn't matter what you thrifted for.
Yeah.
It just matters that you win.
Yeah.
That's what I care about.
Yeah, my mom would buy so many books from thrift stores when we were being homeschooled.
you find some classics.
Oh, yeah.
some golden stuff.
My sister hit me up the other day, and she sent me this picture of the book. She was like, "Hey, do you still have your, I'm gonna say versions of these, whatever they were?" I was like, "Man, I lost them someplace over the thousands of times I moved in my life." But I was like, "Hey, that brings me back to a time gone by."
Say back in the day.
All
Yeah.
right. Has Oz ever skipped work to go to the beach?
Nah, he doesn't seem like the type.
I'm gonna say.
Wait, hold up a second.
Keep in mind, you know,
Yeah.
almost 40-year-old men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
And thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much, much more. But most importantly, the story itself.
That's why I put a combined note. Like, the Oz I know now would never do that. So, but I'm like, oh, wait, hold up a second.
And also keep in mind that 18-year-old me and 21-year-old me lived in Hawaii, while 22 to 24-year-old me lived in California.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm trying to answer to you.
And how Oz.
I did stop it before he said something, so I feel like it should count. Because I literally just went off let's see, I've known Oz for
19, I feel like 18 and 19.
I think it's 21.
No way.
No,
we
no.
knew each other. So we started being friends because of Hangman winning the world title or getting the shot at
Getting
Hangman
the shot
at Kenny.
Kenny.
Oh, and that wasn't 19. That wasn't 19.
Yeah, because 19 he lost to Jericho.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
in 19, so.
And I didn't get that BMW job until after COVID.
Okay, my bad. So you're right. I'm wrong. But in my mind, it's been.
I'm about to say,
here.
I feel like we've been friends for
Wow.
10 years.
That's kind of like lucky
Yeah.
that you got the BMW job like during COVID.
I know, right?
Because you just basically worked from home and
Pretty much the entire time.
yeah,
It
for
was
like 2
great.
years.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mistook the beginning of the promotion
AEW,
as the beginning of our friendship,
Yeah.
but it was a couple years in.
Yep.
So-
Just a couple though.
Yeah.
But like it was regardless, I've known you 5 years now, which is still crazy.
Yeah.
And like in the 5 years, like you've been probably the most punctual, most diligent, most hardworking
I
person I've
appreciate
ever
you.
met.
Yeah.
And whether it be in the comics or just in your job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With all the
so-
stuff that you do.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
he would never
Yeah,
blow
laws.
off work. And then, now I did forget that. Oh yeah, you are like in your 30s, so
Yeah.
you're a little bit more responsible
But
than I am.
you're forgetting one thing.
Mm.
How Oz used to describe himself. He's like, "Oh yeah, hot me back in the
Oh,
day."
yeah.
Like, when somebody says hot me back in the day, they go to the beach.
He go to the beach,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's skipping.
I'm about to say, plus the Hawaii and
Yeah.
California,
Yeah, he was like,
I would skip anything to go to the beach. Yeah.
It's a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking to some friends recently about how that I was like, man, I hate that I would lie about things. Oh, my alarm didn't go off, right? It's like, yeah, it did. I just didn't want to go to work.
Yeah, that was it.
Like,
No, I've never once said my alarm didn't go. I was like, my alarm went off, I just slept through it.
yeah, he'd go. So, yeah, there were definitely times when I would blow off responsibilities for leisurely activities.
And we've all been young once.
Exactly.
All right. Has Josiah ever spent more than $40 on an Uber?
Yeah. I'm gonna say yes, just because of prices.
Well, here's my question. I've never known you not to drive. Oh, but you have said you would Uber if you had to.
Mhm.
So that means maybe there
And
has been a
vacation.
time. Ooh, that's a good shout.
I'm gonna say yes.
I'll say he almost had to have if he ever did Uber because there's a chance that that's the nature of the game. So yes.
I actually don't know.
Well,
So first of all, I use Lyft, so technically, no,
Oh,
I've
well.
never used Uber.
But
But-
yeah.
But
this is like the
Yeah,
you
right.
watch TV shows,
Yeah,
you watch
yeah,
streaming
yeah,
shows.
exactly. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really trying to think because I tried, even when I did like lose my car
Mhm.
over these past couple months, it was mostly down to, okay, I'm not far from the dealership. Like the dealership, I can get to a location where it's relatively cheaper for me to do.
Gotcha.
So I like figured out ways to save money.
Smart.
Oh wait, no, I did because I went to Chicago for I think it was Forbidden Door.
Yeah, it was Forbidden Door. I remember.
With my brother, and it most definitely was more than $40 to
That's
drive
what's
to the
up.
arena.
All right.
So the answer is yes. Yes,
Sweet.
I have.
All right.
This is fun.
I'm glad I remember that. Now, there's stuff I haven't thought about in years.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! You know what stands out to me about that trip? So, because I'm diligent, I don't miss. Josiah, he came over and I said, "You're gonna have to do this video basically on your own. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, oh, my grandfather just died, and I'm just not, my head's not in the game. And he's like, I got you. And so he was going over either the expectations or the reality of the show that you just watched. I forget now which way it was. And he was so jazzed that eventually I did get snapped out of the funk. But yeah, appreciate you.
I do remember that. Yeah, I remember that because I felt bad because I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
I want to like sound too giddy and.
Well, exactly. But the thing is, I just don't want to miss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Does Brandon prefer dark chocolate over milk chocolate?
Ooh, I think Brandon's a milk chocolate guy.
I know I'm a milk chocolate guy, so I'm gonna pick dark chocolate just so I'd be different than you.
Man, I ain't mad at it.
Milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate
Yeah.
guy?
There
Alright.
it is.
There it is.
Kind of figured. I like both, but I prefer milk
Milk
chocolate as
chocolate,
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like both.
But like, I also have to be in the mood for dark chocolate.
Yeah, it's got that bitter taste. to
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
And you got to be like ready because it's literally just straight cocoa,
Yeah.
which is what chocolate that out of. Cocoa.
Sometimes
Like they don't dilute it
the
at all.
movie Bedeviled with Brendan Fraser.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my
And
god.
Hurley, and he's like, cocaine, cocaine.
Did Oz eat breakfast this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to work,
Every
so yeah.
time that in the morning time, I saw Oz had to get.
I
something.
did eat breakfast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I
there
was
was
pretty good at that.
there was a 3-week period where Carrie and I gave up breakfast and lunch.
Try to do the 1 meal a day thing.
Oh, we successfully did it.
Yeah.
We weren't happy about it. We
I'm about to say, no,
Not
that's
happy
tough.
about it.
Yeah.
It was hard.
but yeah.
That is not for everybody.
But yeah, I was like, did I? Oh yeah, I did it.
I mean, I did it for years, but that was mostly because like I was wrestling.
Yeah, church was doing a 3-week fast before Easter.
Okay.
And you could choose how you did it because like there were people that did like a minimalist fast where you only had certain things that you had
Like
per
an hour
meal.
Like
of TV
staples
or
and-
something. Or,
Like I knew people that did like grapes and nuts and
Stuff to get by. But
stuff to
not-
get by, but nothing indulgent.
But then you could
Gotcha.
also do stuff like you could, take away TV or things.
Yeah. That,
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
that fast was
Yeah,
for people who
options.
couldn't
Not eat.
Yeah,
not eat.
yeah,
There-
we're
there,
not
like there were
there.
literally people
yeah,
that
I
were-
say there's certain people that you have to have, like,
Oh, exactly.
eat certain things. just to
Exactly.
live,
Yeah, exactly.
Diet and whatnot.
and so yeah, but we just chose an elimination diet where we eliminated 2 meals and just did the one together.
I'm mad at that. I'm
Yeah.
mad at that.
All right. Has Josiah ever been waxed?
Sorry, I keep thinking of Steve Carell.
I knew that was an image in your head immediately.
Oh,
I knew that was an image in your head immediately.
I can't think of any reason
Reasons,
you,
right.
you would want to or need
You guys
to.
don't think I want to look pretty?
Well, what I mean is, so I'll say this.
Mm.
I have been waxed when I was wrestling.
Mm.
But
That
I,
makes sense.
but I also was spray tanned
Yeah.
and fake money to
Wouldn't
all
need
up.
that.
exactly. But again, outside of a aesthetic reason, I can't imagine a desire for it. So, although I guess perhaps there's like a bet setting, like somebody could be like, I bet you wouldn't do this, and perhaps you could just be like, I'm man enough, I got this, because I can remember this time when we were doing a lock-in at church, and they're like, I bet you won't eat raw eggs, right? And I was like, watch Rocky plenty, I'll eat raw eggs.
I've seen Rocky. I've seen Rocky plenty of
I did
times.
this in the military.
Crack 7 eggs into a side.
This is actually before that. So
Oh,
this
okay.
is before I enlisted.
Oh, okay.
So even more insane is what he's trying to say.
But so like I could see potentially, but again I don't. Okay, college stupidity, bet. These are like the only reasons, because like I can't see a reason other than that. But do I think you're the bet or college stupidity person? I just don't see it. I don't see it. I'm gonna say no.
I'm going to say no, because I don't think when you get your beard, I don't think you're waxing. I think you're just getting shaved.
Yeah.
Legs, no one's touching your legs and no one's touching your arms. And if it was going to be chest hair, you'll just shave it
Quick,
yourself.
quick, sure.
Yeah, you'll just do it yourself. I don't think
DIY.
you would.
DIY.
DIY situation.
Yeah, I don't think that you would.
Okay, so quick funny story.
Uh-huh.
I didn't get waxed.
Okay.
Okay.
We did wax him.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay,
Cool.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It was a college stupidity prank situation. He was asleep.
And
and
then he wasn't.
then he wasn't. And I had a friend. I was like, listen, I want to wake him up in the most brutal way possible because he did something to this day. I don't remember what it was.
That's how important it was.
That's how important it was. It was something stupid. But I was like, hey, I remember you said you like wax whatever at that time.
He was a
Do you
swear.
still have that stuff? And she said, yeah, I do. I was like, cool, can you bring it to me? And then literally he had hella arm hair. So we just layered that on, slapped it on, yanked it right off. I've never heard a grown man scream that high a pitch.
Of course.
And it was at that moment I realized I'm never waxing anything.
It's just straight hair.
Straight hair.
Just getting
I'm like,
ripped
wow,
off.
this is disgusting.
And one, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, no, that was fun. That was really enjoyable. I actually thought it's a good memory. Great memory.
That's what I love about this. It's just
because it didn't happen to me, so it was a great memory.
All right. Has Brandon eaten at McDonald's in the past week?
Mickey D's.
here's my thinking, right?
Mm.
So college, clinicals, studying, you probably get something quick and easy, right?
True, but you also have to think of how many quick and easy things there are.
Yeah, you
McDonald's ain't the only choice.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, I think it depends on where you're going in town too.
True.
Maybe that is it is a quick stop.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, then I'll pick yes for the sake of difference.
Yeah, this one is a straight up guess.
yes, it is.
Sweet.
All right.
Yep.
It was a
I had
50-50
it on
shot.
Exactly.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
All
On
right. McDonald's.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Mickey D's.
I wanted McDonald's Sunday, and then we didn't get it.
And then it turned out like the machine was down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the ice
Oh,
cream.
ice cream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ice cream. SARS down. You go to another one. Yeah.
Well, according to John
it's
Cena, the machine's always working. It's just do they want to do the work? Of
Yeah,
actually
'cause
putting
cleaning-
the-
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm with that 100%.
Yeah.
All right. Is Oz an everyday coffee drinker?
No.
I'm trying to remember.
I'm really running through it. I was running through like every morning. Like, did he have a coffee with him every fucking morning?
I'm going
Here's go ahead and answer your.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
say
about to say
yes because I remember
So,
BMW.
so the answer is yes, and the big difference between you and you is you came in late and almost always in a rush, whereas you were there with me throughout the whole
Very.
battle.
Very true.
And so if you didn't see it, it's because I probably already killed it.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, because every time I came into BMW, it wasn't that I was late, it was that I came in later.
Yeah, exactly.
But-
Later. Yeah.
Also, I was like
Clarify.
super depressed by then. So literally my cognitive ability to pay attention was also really
Well,
good.
yeah, but like I said, if you were in at 11 and I got there at 6:50, I
Yeah.
probably already killed all the coffee.
Mhm.
That was great. I didn't take that into consideration. Like I know you drank coffee, I just couldn't remember if it was like
Yes.
punctually every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, like I said, it's probably gone by the time you
We're
saw me.
addicted, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right. Did Josiah get his wisdom teeth removed?
Ooh, this is a fun one.
All right.
Like, that's actually solid.
I'm going to say yes, because looking at your teeth now, they look very, clean. So I'm like, okay, that's usually like silent oral care. So, and most of the time, dentists after a certain point would just say, yeah, extract those puppies because you don't really need those.
Well,
anyway.
and yeah, I'm gonna assume you probably got them taken out at some point. You seem like the kind of guy that you do the right thing. You don't exactly let it go.
So ironically enough, no, I've never had my wisdom teeth.
Woohoo!
removed.
That was my guess.
Yeah.
I'll
So literally, it is so funny because every time I go to the dentist, they look in there and go, "Oh, you still got your wisdom teeth?
yeah,
Yeah, we might as well leave them.
And then just let it go, right?
We might as well leave them." I'm
Oh,
like,
wow. Usually they
Cool.
say, yeah, let's take them out.
so they literally asked me, "Does it hurt?" I'm like, "No."
No.
Like, do you like brush them regularly? I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like,
They in my
"Cool."
mouth.
Yeah.
And my mom. So yeah, it is the same thing as I do with everything
Back
else.
in 2000s and 90s, they're like, oh, you got those?
Yeah,
we're taking
get
those
rid
out.
of
Yeah.
them.
That's how I was.
Literally every time I look at them, I'm like, well, they've grown in exactly how they should. Like they aren't knocking anything out.
Yeah.
Like they don't look weird and they're not causing any pain. I'm like,
Sweet.
all right, we'll just leave them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, I do still have my wisdom teeth somehow.
Well, Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Josiah.
Yes, sir. Brandon?
I'll do the math and I'll pop up the graphic at whoever won.
Somebody
this
won.
thing.
Yes.
But yeah, I look.
Watch me end this. This will be a huge tie, huge three-way tie.
Hey, I'm okay with it because the thing I like about the questions that, in my opinion, matter is it just shows what we know, and the ones that are frivolous and don't matter, like a donut or
we have a good
or
life.
McDonald's. Yeah, it's just a fun time. So yeah, no, I love it. I think it's well worth.
Yeah.
It's a good game to get to know people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and also it shows. Do you know me?
Do you know?
Right. So recommend buy, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
absolutely.
We don't do that here, but we really should. Yeah, I recommend you buy it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Sweet.
Great video. See ya.